Come on, you guys can be loud. You guys ready for your headliner tonight? All right. He is absolutely hilarious. You've seen him on Laughs on Fox. Please welcome to the stage, Al Goodwin.
One more time for everyone you've seen so far, for Sam. Give it up for Sam and Bob and Jeff. Yeah, I love it here in Colorado. Are we all from Colorado for the most part? Clap if you're from Colorado. Oh, yeah, it's the best. It's like living in Lord of the Rings, isn't it? I mean, not just the scenery, but the names of the cities, right? Like just coming here, I live in the Springs, so I had to drive through the Black Forest, past Garden of the Gods, and Pikes Peak, past Larkspur, and we received some more sundried, I don't know, we went to the outlets at Castle Rock. You know what I'm talking about, we got food. Then we went to the village of Greenwood to tell jokey jokes to people. 2 days before Christmas. It's good to be here. I don't know if you guys saw, I'm wearing rollerblades, which in Denver, yeah. When you wear rollerblades, it's the power of Canusp. Yeah. You guys don't know what I'm talking about. But here's what it is. I don't know if you've ever walked around downtown Denver, but there's a lot of people asking for money. And when you're wearing rollerblades, all you hear is this. Hey, can you use? That's all you hear when you're... All right. I'm gonna... Do you guys like impressions? All right, I'm gonna do an impression for you. This is my impression of the last guy on a potato chip assembly line, okay? This is the job that the guy has at the final position of the conveyor belt in any potato chip factory in the world. Okay, here we go. That's the conveyor belt, all right? Just so you're with me. That's the end of that joke, everybody. Okay, now I'd like to do another impression, and I need a member of the audience to help me out with this impression, and I'd like to pick her. Is that okay? No? Okay, you. All right. That's fine. You didn't look into it nearly as much as he was. All right, what's your name? Is that a he? That's a he? What's his name? Rocky, come on up here. Dun 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 dun. Hey, Rocky. All right, we're gonna do an impression, Rocky. Here's what I need you to do. I just need you to stand right here, okay? Right there. Face the audience. You're doing great. All right, Rocky and I are gonna do an impression, and I'm not gonna tell you what the impression is. You guys have to yell out your guesses as to what you think Rocky and I are impersonating, okay? You don't have to do anything, just stand there, all right? And then if someone, no one ever gets this, but if someone does, you get a prize. No, you don't. Rocky gets a prize. But it doesn't matter. Here we go. Yell out your guesses as to what you think Rocky and I are impersonating. On your mark, get set, go. Go ahead. What? No. We were a hydrogen atom. Hold on, don't go anywhere. I got something for you, Rocky. Here you go. Hold on. This is for you. This is for helping out. That's your Merry Christmas, Rocky. There you go. Yeah, we were a hydrogen atom. Now I'd like to do carbon. I'd need 18 people to come on up here. We're going to get in a tight circle. No? All right, I'm just kidding. All right, let's see. This is my next impression. How many people, by show of applause, saw the movie Misery? from a long time ago. Okay, awesome. That's good. This is my impression. Remember in the movie Misery, James Caan had a car. It was a Mustang, and he got in a car accident. Well, this is my impression of James Caan in the movie Misery, but instead of a Mustang, he was on rollerblades. Okay, and this is the escape scene when he's right after the escape scene, after he tries to escape, and then Okay, so here you go. James, director's cut. Okay, I should have prefaced it. This is James Caan, movie Misery, director's cut of the escape scene. Ready? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here. Oh my God, help me! I gotta get out of here! All right, if you're not laughing at that, you haven't seen the movie Misery, and you don't get this joke at all. But it's just a way for me to get out of those rollerblades. All right. Okay. I'll tell you a little bit about me. I served my country after I got out of high school. I was in the United States Navy for 4 years out of my life. Yeah. And I learned a lot when I served in the military. I learned that every branch of the military has their own acknowledgement greeting. A lot of people know the Marine Corps' acknowledgement greeting. If you know the Marine Corps' acknowledgement greeting, yell it out. Hoorah! Hoorah, that is it. Who knows the Army's acknowledgement greeting? Hooah, that's it. That's the best one. Out of all the branches, hooah. It means heard, understood, acknowledged. Hooah. Makes sense. Way better than the Navy's. Ours was, hey girl, hey! Yeah. A lot of people don't even know that. I just try to share knowledge. I'm looking at the stares that I'm getting from people right now, and I'm thinking this would be a good time to talk about my facial hair decisions. So let's do that. I know I look like a cast member of Sons of Anarchy or the construction worker from the Village People, but I am neither of those things. I am a superhero, okay? Us superheroes, we have weird facial hair. If you look at my friend Wolverine, I'm very similar to Wolverine. I'm just not from the wolf family of superhero. I am from the badger family of superhero. So I am Badgerine. Badgerine! Okay? That's my call sign right there. Badgerine! Yeah. I knew it when I was a kid. Look at my teeth, really like a vampire, right? Really sharp. Plus, growing up, all my teachers would say, why are you so Badgerine? And then when I was 36 years old, I got diagnosed with ADHD, and I realized it's a superpower, okay? I am super annoying, all right? Yeah, and I'm also super elusive, okay? So I'll annoy you, Badgerine, and then you want to kill me, but then you can't catch me. And then I come back and I annoy you more, Badgerine, right? And then you just want to kill yourself after that. That's my superpower, Badgerine. And I really have, it's tough being Badgerine because I really do have ADHD. That is not a lie. So, and guess what? Fun doesn't end there. So do both my kids. Both my kids have ADHD too. Yeah. Oh, and guess what else? My wife, she hates all of us. That's a true story right there. So, I was upset last week because my wife was like, you got to get our internet fixed. So I called the company and I was like, I don't have any internet. And like I called my provider and I'm like, you are not providing me any internet. And I didn't get a human. I got an automated attendant and it was a girl voice and she was perky. Right? I don't know if you've gotten this automated attendant. It's like, let's reset your cable modem. What I'd like you to do is unplug the power from the back of your cable modem. And when you're done, save power unplugged. I'm like, you're chipper. Who is this? Is this the girl from the Progressive commercials? And I'm trying to see if I have it unplugged, and then the phone says, "Are you still there?" And I'm like, "I'm here, and I have it unplugged now." And she goes, "I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Did you say your power's unplugged? Just say yes or no," right? So I was like, "Yes," right? And then she's like, "Okay, great." I want to download that app for my phone. I want the automated attendant app. So when my wife calls, I can just forward her to the automated attendant app and let it answer in a perky version of my voice, and then just text message me the important details of whatever that phone call was all about. Yeah. So I just get a text message that says, "Karen is being mean at work right now. Pick up milk on your way home. Duration 57 minutes. Thank you, automated attendant app. But the bad part, I would still have to sound like automated attendant around the house so she wouldn't know when I'm forwarding her to automated attendant. Like on the weekends, I'd have to be like, "Did you want me to clean out the garage? If you'd like me to clean out the garage, say clean garage. I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Goodbye." That'd be great. I really do have ADHD. There are pluses and minuses to having ADHD. Here's one of the pluses. A lot of guys get yelled at when their wife realizes that they have zoned out of the conversation. I don't get yelled at because I have ADHD. All I get is, "Did you take your pill today?" And I'm always like, "Nope, I forgot. But I'm going to go do that right now." And then I just never come back. Because we're really good at problem solving. Here's another good thing here's another plus. We are good at problem solving. Here's a good example. My wife wanted an in-ground pool in our backyard. I called a construction company to get an estimate. They said $1,200 just to dig the hole for the pool. That doesn't include concrete. $1,200 just to dig a hole. So I said, "I'll do the hole myself," okay? And then I put an ad on Craigslist for free dirt. And then when people showed up to my house, I just gave them a shovel, and I said, "You can have everything inside those orange spray painted lines that are on my grass. You can have 12 feet of dirt from this side, but only 3.5 feet of dirt from that side. And leave a stair pattern on the 3.5 foot side." There are downsides to ADD. Last year, my wife and I went on our second honeymoon to a little exotic island. Yes, we went to New Orleans, Louisiana. Yeah. Here's the thing. If you have ADHD, don't go to Mardi Gras for your second honeymoon, okay? Bad call. Lots of distractions at Mardi Gras, okay? Big ones, little ones, perky ones, lots of distractions. My wife said, "You look like a kid in a candy store." I said, "Hey, I am married, okay? I am a kid with diabetes that's in a candy store right now." So that is how this plays out. And then she says, "I don't have to worry about you because you're my soulmate." And I was like, "Definitely." And then she was like, "Why did you say definitely weird and fast like that?" And I was like, "Because when you're at the sink, I'm at the toilet, baby." And then she was like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "Badgerine," right? And she was like, "Don't badgerine me right now. What does that mean if you're at the sink and I'm at the toilet? How does that make me your soulmate?" And I was like, "Oh, I thought you said cellmate." Badgerine. I'm sorry, we're at Mardi Gras and I'm not focused on this conversation right now. I'm going to go take another one of my pills. I'll be right back. I try to be honest about my ADD. The other day, this guy was repeating instructions to me, and I said, listen up, fella. You do not have to tell me twice, okay? You need to tell me 11 to 14 times because I have ADHD. So, ADHD people are always trying to be funny, and the people that we talk to usually don't think we are very funny. Here's a good example. So my wife and I, we used to live in Virginia where it's hot and humid. And we recently, last year, moved to the Springs, and it's cool and dry. It's different. Like your skin gets dry. And so my wife walks in the family room the other day, and I'm just trying to be funny because she walks in and she's scratching herself. And she's like, why am I so itchy? And I said, well, I think it's because you're pronouncing it with a silent B. And I don't know why you're so itchy all the time. Turns out I should have just said dry skin, everybody. So there you go, live and learn. Yeah. Because ADD people, we say stuff that makes us lose friends. I've lost friends. My wife gave me good advice to keep friends. She said, if a friend tells you bad news in their life, you just say, I'm sorry to hear that, and nothing else. She also said, buy them a card or a gift because actions speak louder than words. That's good advice. A week later, my friend told me he had been diagnosed with Lyme disease. So I said, I'm sorry to hear that, and nothing else. And I got him a get well card, and I put a coupon in for limeade because when life throws you Lyme disease. Come on, people. These are the jokes. All right. Whatever. My other friend, he went to Florida, and he got his hand bit off by an alligator because they jump out of trees now. And, you can Google it. It's real. Benjamin. And it bit his hand off, and he hated the Gatorade. Because you really need two hands to open Gatorade. So, actually, no, it's true. You can just hold it under the stump and one-hand it. I had a guy with one hand tell me that, so it's okay. All right, whatever. I don't even just have ADD. I also have dyslexia because God was like, give him something else. And dyslexia, that is more than number and letter confusion, all right? In dyslexia, you overthink words. Here's a good example. My doctor said, eat and drink antioxidants. They're good for you. Antioxidants. But think about this, people. Anti is a prefix, and it means opposite of whatever word comes after it, right? So if antioxidants are good for us, that means normal plain oxidants are therefore, bad for us. And that is true and correct, because my mom said that I was an oxidant, and that's how, whatever, Greenwood Village. Like I'm the only one. I see how you are. Okay. All right. I don't even know why I'm telling you guys all my ailments, to be quite honest. I don't even like it when people know I'm sick. I hide it, and I'm good at hiding it. I can hide diseases that I haven't even been diagnosed with yet. Yeah, I like, God forbid, if I am ever diagnosed later in life with Parkinson's disease, I'm just going to carry a Splenda packet with me wherever I go, and then no one will know that I have Parkinson's. They'll just be like, why does he still have that Splenda packet? He's had that for 2 years. He should just rip the top and check it, because I'll bet you all the Splenda's at the bottom by now, right? I'm just trying to see how many people are on this bus ride to HE Double Toothpicks with me, and seems like I got some passengers on board, so I will try to drive safely. All right. That being said, drive safely, everybody, especially on holidays, okay? That's when animals jump in front of your cars on the holidays. For real. Last year on Christmas Day, I hit a deer on Christmas Day, and I messed that deer up, okay? After I hit the deer, none of its lights would light up anymore, and like its head that used to go up and down real slow like this, it wouldn't even do that anymore. And thank God there was an airbag with a snowman inside, because I went through that deer like it was made out of wireframe. And and on Halloween, just a couple months ago, I hit a gopher on Halloween. Yeah, or a groundhog, or a beaver, but it wasn't a badger. Badgering! It was like a gigantic squirrel. It was a horrible costume, first of all. Okay, I have no idea what that kid was. I just I took the candy. I got the heck out of there. Is what I did. I think the lesson of that story is don't trick or treat as a squirrel. Okay, because that was my takeaway. All right. Where was I? Oh yeah, that's right. I have. Now, clap if we've got kids in the audience that have ADHD like I had it. Yeah, a couple people? Awesome. And those parents aren't clapping, I bet. But the kids are like, yeah, I got it. And the parents are like, you got it. Yeah. It's tough raising kids with ADHD. Both my kids had it, my daughter and my son. And I'll tell you this, like, just even as toddlers, chasing my son, he had gotten a pair of scissors, and he had the pointy end up, and he's running down the hallway. And it's like an Offspring song, all right? I'm chasing after him like, give it to me, baby. And he's like, give it to me, baby. It's crazy. And then Halloween one year, he wanted to be Buzz Lightyear. I remember this. And he's 20 now, and he's studying astrophysics in CU Boulder. But I remember the year he was trying to be Buzz Lightyear. And he was pretending to be Buzz Lightyear before we even had the costume, shooting his laser out of his arm. But he made the worst sound effects. His laser sound effects was like this. Right? Which is fine, but in the entertainment business, there's a lot of Jewish people. And I was getting paid after a show one night, and my wife had come with my son. He runs into the office where I'm getting paid, and the owner of the club was Jewish, and he runs in like, Jew. And thank God the guy had a sense of humor. He got up behind his desk and was like, Gentile. Right, so I got paid. It was good, but I was worried. For a little while. And kids, I remember he's been in Taekwondo since he was 4. He got his African American belt when he was 8. And he got a belt. It doesn't matter what color. The point is, one night, I heard a noise that woke me up, and I said to my wife, lock the door. And I went to my daughter's room, and I said, honey, lock your door. And I went to my son's room, and I was like, wake up, little man. I think someone's in the kitchen downstairs. Go check it out. Don't forget your belt. Put your belt on, okay? I'll be here when you get back, all right? Don't forget secret knock, okay? Because the door's going to be locked. Just go. Just go. ADD people can focus on stuff if we don't take our pill, but only on stuff that we're already interested in. Like if we're interested in a specific topic, then we can focus on that without our pill. But if you make us focus on something that we don't want to focus on, we're going to need that pill, all right? Because here's what, like, rock and roll. If I don't have to take a pill, I can talk about rock and roll because I'm focused on it. I like it. There's trends. I know all the one-hit wonder bands, and here's a trend about rock and roll that I bet you didn't know. The best bands in the history of rock and roll there are exceptions to this rule, but they tended to begin with the word the in their name, okay? The Beatles, the Rolling Stones, the Who, the Doors, the Police, the White Stripes, the Black Keys, Red Hot Chili Peppers, the Cars, the Kinks, the Vines, the Hives, the Clash, the Strokes, the Jimi Hendrix Experience, the Allman Brothers, Grateful Dead. There's just tons. I can keep going. But then here's another thing I noticed. The worst bands in the history of rock and roll tended, and there are exceptions to this rule, but they tended to begin with the word Nickelback. Okay? A lot of people. Badgerine! All right. If you listen to Nickelback on noise-canceling headphones, you don't hear anything. Okay, so, all right. I used to live in New York City, which is dangerous. If you ever live in one of the 5 boroughs in New York City, here's a good survival tip that I learned when I lived there, and it's easy to remember. All you do is avoid, ready, other people, okay? In Times Square, you're trying to avoid flyer pamphlet people. They're just trying to put a flyer in your hand, okay? So there's a technique to avoid these people. Here's what it's called, the full up technique, okay? Full up technique. Here's how it works. Carry something in both hands. Ta-da! Now you're full up. You can't accept their flyers or their pamphlets because you are already full up. I would always carry a cell phone and a taser, and I would be like, hey, I am full up, all right? Why don't you give it to this guy? Or one of those two people. All right. Oh, now I'm getting a phone call. Hello? Mm-hmm. I am on a phone call right now, okay? I already told you. And New York is the city the terrorists want to blow up, but we're getting the terrorists. We got the guy who looks like Ron Jeremy. We got that guy, right? Only that guy laughed at that joke. All right. That just says a lot about you, sir. All right. Sheikh Khalid Mohammed. That was his name. And do you guys ever go to FBI.gov and look at the top 10 terrorists? Ever? No. I have to because I'm a superhero. But that's right. All right. But if you ever go look at the top 10 terrorists on FBI.gov, you'll notice that 8 out of 10 right now, if you go look, 8 out of 10 are named Mohammed. And one guy is named Mohammed Sher Mohammed Khan. 2 Mohammeds in his name. Watch out. Okay. What kind of name is that? Mohammed Sher Mohammed Khan. Look, some of my best friends are Muslim. Unless you work for Homeland Security, then none of my BFFs are Muslim. All right? And I'm not trying to disparage the name Muhammad. I get it. That's the prophet of Islam. I'm not trying to say Muhammad's a bad name. I'm just trying to say Mohammed Sher Mohammed Khan's parents had a really poor choice in syllabic pentameter, all right? Because they made their son the John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt of the Muslim community, right? It's like Mohammed Sher Mohammed Khan, his name is my name too. Whenever he comes out, the people always shout, watch out, Mohammed Sher Mohammed Khan. Yeah, absolutely. All I'm trying to say is that I like to sing, okay? That is all I'm trying to say. I wanted to audition for American Idol, but you have to be between 16 and 28 years old to audition for American Idol. And I'm only that age when I'm on an adult chat room on the internet. So I was unable to audition. But I don't even care about that show. It's not a good reality TV show. That's not real. You know what a reality TV show that is good is Antiques Roadshow. Have you guys ever seen Antiques Roadshow? Those are real people in America coming on trying to find out how much their items are worth. And there's expert appraisers. They only show 2 kinds of people. One person thinks they have a very valuable object, and then they find out, no, that is not a very valuable object, right? And then another person doesn't know if their object's valuable, and they come to find out that is priceless, right? First time I saw it, I saw the guy who thought he had something very valuable. He goes, this is a vase from the Ming Dynasty. And the expert appraiser goes, these markings are consistent with that time frame. But if you'll notice here on the bottom where it's etched, made in Taiwan, right there, do you see that? That's bad, okay? Because that's written in English, and Ming Dynasty. All right. And then I saw this other guy. He came on the show. He's like, I found this stick in my basement. It's like a carved stick, and it's got writing on the side. What you think that's worth right there, that stick? And the expert appraiser's like, sir, this is the staff that was used by Moses to part the Red Sea. You might want to put that in some bubble wrap, actually. So, it's been in my basement 12 years. My basement flooded 3 years ago. I wish I would have known what this was 3 years ago. How do you work it? Power Christ compels thee. Power Christ. I don't even feel the wind kicking up. Hello. Power Christ. I'm not trying to be mean towards Christian. I'm a Christian. I believe in the rapture, and I'm serious. I have a moonroof in my car, so I'm going to be ready when that goes down. Be like, take me, Jesus. All right. Well, let me suck it in this time. One more time, Jesus. I need a smaller sunroof, Jesus. All right. You guys are fun. I'm a big fan of rock and roll. I think 60s have better. And you know what? I don't want to. I gotta always be careful when I talk, especially when it's a family-friendly, show. You don't want to let anything, because you can't. You got to be careful. It's politically correct. You can't say retarded. That's a bad word. You got to say mentally challenged, and you can't say midget. That's bad too. You got to say little person, and you can't say racist. You got to say Trump supporter. There's all these rules. You got to be careful is all I'm trying to say with how you talk. All right. I'm glad that went as well as that did. All right. I'll tell you what. I do love rock and roll. I think 60s had better lyrics and 70s had better guitar. You could tell the lyrics were getting worse in the late 60s because Cream had the White Room song, right? It was like, in the white room with black curtains in the station. They wrote that song because they needed one more song on the album that they were working on. It was called Disraeli Gears. And guess what? They were in a white room with black curtains in a railroad station, okay? They made millions with that song. I could have done that, right? I would have been like, in the bathroom with the shower curtain that had little fishes, right? She loves that song. Imagine. All right, and late 70s lyrics are getting worse. Remember, been through the desert on a horse with no name. Who cares? Okay, first of all, go through the desert in a Volkswagen with no air conditioning because that's something I can relate to right there. Late 70s, you couldn't understand the lyrics. Some bands messed up all their lyrics and some bands just messed up the middle of their lyrics. The band who messed up all their lyrics, Doobie Brothers. I didn't get anything, right? You want to buy for instance, he had a picture of life. He had a place that beat us. I'm making it up. I don't know what he was saying, but it was a lot like that, all right? And then the band that messed up the middle of their lyrics was Steely Dan with that Peg song. And it's such a catchy song. I got the beginning and the end, but not the middle, right? It was like, doodly-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, right? Peg, it will come back to you. Peg, it's your favorite foreign movie. What the heck was all that in the middle? Did you guys just have the Doobie Brothers in the middle? Because I didn't get any of that. And then the band that brought it back in the 90s. In the 90s, the same thing happened. The bands would mess up the middle of their lyrics, and some bands would mess up all the lyrics. Here's the band that messed up the middle of their lyrics, and I love them. The Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I love them. But here's the thing: Soul to Squeeze. Did anybody get the middle of that? I got the beginning and the end, right? It was like, take me to the river, lay me on your shore. I'll be coming back, baby. I'll be coming back for more. Do the little things you say you don't want, baby. Come on, baby. I cannot forget. I will not remember. Say my pleasure's that much better, but I won't regret it never. What was Dumb Summer Con baby? Did anybody get that part? Because I didn't get that at all, right? And the next album they did on this, I know for sure. I know it's you, but it was Bango Wango Tang. Nobody got Bango Wango. That's me. All right. And then the band that messed up all their lyrics in the 90s, Pearl Jam with the Yellow Lead Better, right? It's like, I don't feel it, my voice, I'm better on I don't feel it, I'm yeah. I don't know what I say, and I go back to say, and I go back here. I don't be somewhere, don't say, and I go and I say, and I go and I say, on the back, I want to say, oh yeah, and I feel it. Yeah, I crank that song every time. I do. Because, of course, thank you. Because I know all the words, and there were some bands you can understand every word that they were saying. You just wish they'd shut up, right? Like, I get knocked down, I get up again. You ain't never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, I get up again. Okay, stay down, okay? Because you're getting your butt kicked is what's happening, all right? That song is horrible. That song and a couple drops of water on my forehead, and I'm going to admit to stuff that I did not do, okay? Because that's an annoying song, all right? So, oh, somebody's got green light up to us. Wiggle, green light up person, wiggle. No? All right, yay. That's a Christmas tree. That's a horrible sweater. That's awesome. That's what the spirit of season is all about right there. How bad of a sweater can you get? Can you make it light up? I wish I had lights on this now. Now you're making me feel bad. You outdid me. All right. All right. Well, I should probably wrap it up because, they just gave me the light. All right. I'll tell you this. We're going to have a contest. All right. Before I do this joke, I'm going to do this joke, then we're going to have a contest. All right. Sound good? Yeah? All right. I'll tell you this. I've been blessed to have been doing stand-up comedy for 26 years, and I've gotten to work with some of the biggest names in the industry, and I try to learn from those people because they're greats, and they've taught me a lot. One guy, though, I'm not going to mention names because that's just a jerk move to do, but I'll tell you this. One guy taught me something I didn't expect to learn. He's no longer with us. If you know him, you're lucky. If you don't, look him up on YouTube. You won't regret it. His name was Mitch Hedberg. He was super, super funny guy. Yeah, a couple of people know. He used to... And his ghost has told me 2 jokes. Here's 2 jokes that his ghost wants me to tell. I didn't write these. I know they're his. But his ghost told me to tell these. Ready? Here's the first one. Acronym is a hard word to spell. So I just call it A for short. All right. Here's the other one. Ready? This is the other one. Ready? I bet none of the clothes have price tags. At guess. That one takes a while. All right. But anyways, this is true. I was blessed to have gotten to work with him twice. All right. Once in 2001, once in 2003. And in 2003, he was wearing dark glasses, which he wasn't doing in 2001. So I was like, and I watched. If you were in the audience, you couldn't see his eyes. They were really dark glasses. But I was backstage and I could see behind the glasses, and his eyes were closed during his entire set. So I asked him after the show, I'm like, Mitch, why do you have your eyes closed during your entire show? He's like, I don't want to see that one guy who's sitting right up front with his arms crossed, not laughing at anything. So I just close my eyes and I play to where I hear the laughter coming from. And I did not expect that answer. And it was such a good answer that I thought maybe I need to get a pair of glasses too. And then I thought, well, I got Adderall. So if there's one jerk, I can ignore one jerk. But there were 0 jerks. Everyone was awesome. And man, what's your name right here? Aaron, you were laughing a lot tonight. What are you drinking? Are you drinking anything? Nothing? If someone were to buy you a drink? No? You don't? Glass of water? Yeah, nothing? No drinks for Aaron? All right, you're good? Okay. Well, forget it, waitstaff. Don't get her a drink on my behalf. I was gonna, but she didn't want to. All right. And don't clap for that because I learned that trick from Bill Cosby, everybody. So, okay, no. I think that's a good note to do the contest. Let's do a contest. Can we raise the house lights so I can see who's out here? And all right, let's pick some people. How about you already got a toy. You got a present. Rocky, dun dun dun. Yeah, how about you? And how about any first 5 kids to the stage wins. Ready? First 5 kids. But not Rocky, because Rocky already won something. How do we get now we got 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We're good. Sorry. You can loan your hat to a kid. That would make him. No, I'm kidding. You're good. You keep your hat. I'll loan my hat to somebody. Here. You're the tallest. Wear that for a second. All right. Now we can bring the house lights back down. Thank you, sound. Give it up to your sound people in the back. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Let's spread out. Now I'm going to ask you questions about the show tonight. All right. Here's how this contest works. No yelling out answers from the audience. That's the most important part of the rules, okay? Please do not yell out the answers. Now, I have ADHD, and now I'm going to find out how many of you guys have ADHD too. I'm going to ask you questions from the show tonight, and if you don't know the answer, and he doesn't know the answer, and he doesn't know the answer, and she doesn't know the answer, and he doesn't know the answer, and he doesn't know the answer, then you're still in the game, okay? But then that's when I come to the audience and you guys yell out the answer, okay? That's the only time you're allowed to yell out the answers. No one else gets it, all right? But if I ask you the question and you don't know the answer, but he does know the answer, then you're out, okay? And the second place prize person gets a prize, and the first place person gets a prize. All right, that's it. That's all the rules. Let's go through this. Ready? Here's the first question. Are you ready? Were you paying attention? All right. What's your name? Sanjay? Okay, Sanjay. What superpower do you have in Denver when you're wearing rollerblades? No?
I don't know.
Forgot? How about you? Do you know? What superpower do you have when you're wearing rollerblades riding past people?
I don't know. I forgot.
Forgot? It's okay. Do you remember? No? How about you? They're asking for money, and you're riding by on rollerblades.
You can't hear them, so you ignore them.
You're going so fast, but there's a word. Remember the word? No? Do you remember the word?
Can you give or something?
Oh! What do you guys think? That's close. Let's see what you got. Do you remember? He's very close. Can you?
Can you give me some money?
No. What do you guys think? Yeah? All right. That means that's Sanjay. Sorry, Sanjay. Give it up for Sanjay, everybody. And I skip over you because you got it. It was can you? Good job, Sanjay. All right. All right. Ready? So next time I'm skipping over you because you put Sanjay out. So I go from you to you. What's your name?
Ryan.
Ryan. All right, Ryan. Ready? These are hard questions. What's my real name and what's my superhero name?
Your real name is... Well, I know your superhero name is Badgerine.
Badgerine, that's right.
Your real name is...
That's harder.
Yeah, I forgot.
You do? Oh, she might be able to put you out, Ryan. What's your name?
Oh, wait. Is it Jeff?
No, that was the first guy. That was the bad elf. Do you remember?
No, I only remember Badgerine.
Yeah, that's because you're a good kid. All right.
Badgerine Bob?
Badgerine Bob. No, that's Badgerine Bob Scat SquarePants. All right. Do you remember?
No.
It's okay.
No.
Nice. That means we're all safe. We go on. It's Alan Goodwin. All right. That's okay. No one remembers that. Just Badgerine. Badgerine. All right. All right. Ready, Ryan? How many kids do I have?
2.
Yes. Give it up for Ryan. He's still in it. All right. What's your name? What?
Sydney.
Sydney? Sydney. Got it, Sydney. All right. Sydney, what's my answer when my wife asks... Oh, no, I probably shouldn't ask that question. I mean, I did do the joke. Let's see if you remember, Sydney. No, you're too young. I might ask this to your friend to the right. What branch of the military was I in? I was in the military. Do you remember what branch?
Navy?
Oh, she put you out, Sydney. Good job. Give it up for Sydney, everybody. All right. What's your name? What?
Vogana.
Vogana? Did I say that right?
Vogana.
Bogana. Bogana? How do you spell it?
Varenna.
Verona. Verona? Verona? Vagana. It doesn't matter. I'm going to call you Morgana from now on. All right, what's your name? Joseph? Okay, that's easy. Why can't you be like Joseph? Yeah, all right. So you just put Sydney out, so I'm going to go to Joseph. Joseph, I'm going to ask you the question that I was going to ask Sydney. What was my answer when my wife asked why she was so itchy?
Because she said it with a silent B?
Yes! Way to go, Joseph. These kids, they just take everything in. They just take it all, just sticks right with them. What's your name?
Pierce.
Pierce. That's easy, Pierce. All right. All right. What martial art did my son... I didn't say what it was. I just said... Did I say? I did? All right. My son got a black belt in a specific martial art. Do you remember what I said?
No.
It's okay if no one else does. You're still in it, Pierce. Do you remember?
Karate?
Nope.
Taekwondo.
Yo, Pierce. Give it up for Pierce, everybody. Morgana's just killing people here. Morgana's just putting them out. All right, Ryan. Right. I don't know if you remember this question. Ready? What is the fifth law of thermodynamics? I'm kidding. That wasn't in my show. All right. Here's one. What app do I want on my phone to handle incoming calls from my wife?
Like the voice thing, when you get it, like the automated voice.
Yes, automated attendant. Way to go, Ryan. You're still in it. You're still in it. All right, Morgana. No, I can't do that one. No, that one. Nope. Here we go. What were the two amounts of dirt that I mentioned allowing Craigslist people to take from my backyard?
12 feet 3.5 inches.
I say let's give it to her. Yeah, 12 feet and 3.5 feet. Good job. Fist bump me. All right, Joseph. Where did my wife and I go on our second honeymoon?
I forget.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh, you're lucky, Joseph. Mardi Gras. Yeah. Oh, no, you guys, go ahead. Yeah, New Orleans. Yeah, good job. All right. So, Ryan, what clarification did I make to my wife's accusation that I look like a kid in a candy store? All right?
Diabetes.
Yes! Way to go, Ryan. Good job. All right, Morgan. What word... Morgana? Sorry, I'm shortening it up now. I'm just going to call her Morg next. I'm kidding. What word did I get confused with when my wife said that I was her soulmate?
Cell.
Yes, cellmate. Way to go. I think we might just have to give everybody a toy here. Hold on here. I only have a second and first place prize, so someone's got to get out of here. All right. What item would I always carry with me if I ever got Parkinson's disease? Oh, Ryan, put you out.
Ooh, it's like some packet. I forget what it's called.
Splenda. Yeah, I'm sorry, Joseph. We got our winners, Ryan and Morgana, or Verdana Font and Helvetica. I don't know. You know what? You can keep. That's your prize. That's your prize. You look good in that. Congratulations. First place prize goes to Morgana. Right there. There you go. You're going to like that. And this one, you're going to love it. It's filled with candy. And your parents are going to love that. Did we have a good time tonight, everybody? Yay, so did I. Thank you so much for having me, and come back again sometime soon. Thanks so much. Take care.
Keep it going for Al Goodwin, everybody. One more time.